everyone. Let's try this one more time. So yesterday morning, I wasn't able to stream because my Wi-Fi kept cutting out, and the chargers I was using just weren't functioning for my GBA. Um, Thankfully, those aren't the only consoles I own, so I have found a way to work around that. Um, Today, we will be hunting in both of these GBA in addition to a Nintendo DS, a light black version and a white version. So hopefully we don't run into any problems this stream. Last stream we ran for about 10 minutes and we got about 24 encounters in, so we didn't miss much. I didn't think it was worth uploading the VOD since nothing of note happened and it was so short. But today we will be back on the grind. The goal is to reach at least 3,500 for today's stream, which is a little bit under 1,000 encounters for today. But yeah, so let's get started. So like always, we'll be hunting in Kanto for shiny Zapdos. We will be doing English Leafgreen, Japanese Leafgreen, bootleg Firered, and Japanese Firered. And also, do not mind the background noise. There's an ad playing over my lo-fi music. Oh, thank you, Beavries. Yep, new setup today. Um, Hoping this setup does not fail me like yesterday's. Probably within the next 2 streams for the shiny Zapdos, I might just end up purchasing a brand new charger for the GBAs since 2 of my main GBA rely on those chargers and they just aren't working for whatever reason. But let's get started. So these are how many encounters we're at. Let me boot up all the games really quick. And let's not waste any more time. Thankfully, this green GBA is modded with a USB port, or USB-C port, so I don't have to worry about its charger since, these modern ones are easy to come by. And they're way more reliable too. Okay. And thankfully on Fridays, I don't have to go into work until just before midday, so we have time to spare today. But the goal is at least 2 hours, give or take, depending on how fast we reach 3,500 encounters. Okay. How are we going to set this up? What is the most comfortable position? Okay, I'm thinking we do something like the Nintendo DS at the top. Yeah, like that. And then these come in somewhere in the middle. I'm thinking that's the move. And then like maneuver this charger around. Like so. No. Okay, I'll plug in the charger if I need it later, but we don't need it right now. I think something like this should be fine. Yes. Okay. That's not so bad. And then we have our trusty timer right here. Okay. Let's get started. Yeah, this will take some getting used to for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I think we could make do. Okay, nothing here. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is a bit wonky. I really hope we don't run into this problem for the eventual Generation 4 content I want to make. Because the Nintendo DS's are they're more clunky than the GBA. Okay, I think I'll just do 2 at a time. Okay, yeah, that works fine. Okay, we're into the groove of things. Yep, much slower than the previous setup. One, two, three, four. Hopefully everyone is having a great day. Okay. Yeah, so it's just slightly slower. But nothing we can't deal with. It's still much faster than just soft resetting or re-encountering on one console, that's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is all my volume up? I don't want to miss the shiny. Okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. We are good to go. Okay. I gotta remember to put up some repels. While I'm at it, let me check the others. Oh, and for those of you that are in stream, the past 2 streams, someone has mentioned the R4 card and how I could use it on the Nintendo DS's to unlock the Generation 3 events, since it's like realistically the only way to do it on hardware, original hardware. I ordered my R4 card yesterday afternoon, and it should be getting here in a little bit under a month. So I can't wait to finally try it out and be able to play the old events 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Oh, good morning, Gojo. Really appreciate the good luck. Oh, by the way, I just also found out yesterday, Bank is shutting down, and that's a huge problem because I had planned to use Pokemon Bank to transfer Pokemon up to the DS games, or 3DS games, and eventually the Switch games. 1, 2, 3, 4. To hopefully make some of my shinies Ribbon Masters, but it looks like that will not be the case anymore unless I use some third-party softwares to accomplish that, which really sucks. And I did see a post earlier this morning that one Pokemon holds a minuscule amount of data on their cloud servers. The average, or not the average, the max amount of Pokemon Bank can hold for each given player is 3,000. And assuming, um, assuming that the most of the player base that uses or has Bank at the moment has all of their 3,000 slots filled, even then, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is less than, what was it, less than like a terabyte of data worth of cloud server info to store. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Nintendo is just, they're just being difficult for the sake of being difficult. Like, that's a small amount of data to store all those Pokemon, and they're canceling the service. And they can't use the excuse that it costs too much, because it really doesn't, especially for a company of their size. So it's just a really unfortunate circumstance. Makes me wish I would have started my channel sooner. At least by now, I would have had most Pokemon I want to transfer up to the 3DS. Because I honestly don't plan on touching any Switch era games at all on this channel. Just because I'm not really a fan of the majority of those games. But yeah, sad situation about Bank. Let me turn up these volumes. They're too low. There we go. Okay, I'm slowly getting the hang of this new setup. Just a couple of awkward hand placements, but we're good. Oh, and by the way, I will not be able to stream in 3 weeks. Um, I planned a leisurely trip, and I'll probably have scheduled uploads ready to go for that weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's 100% confirmed now, so I will start working on those videos as soon as I get free time. So no streams in 3 weeks. Okay, it's really bothering me that this is at an odd number. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just gonna do one extra encounter on a singular console to bring it back up to an even number. Yeah, choose this console. Oh, and besides ordering my R4 card, I also put in a purchase order for the new GBA Link thing. So I am feeling pretty good about trading and eventual battles with everyone, 2, 3, 4, and then having the Gen 3 events unlocked. Super excited for my new purchases to arrive. Yo, what's up, dude? Hope you're having a great time. Oh, gotta get used to this new setup though. The D-pad on the Nintendo DS is much smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Give me 1 minute. I need to change the background music. It is driving me insane. Okay, just have to wait for an ad to finish, and we'll be back to our regular playlist. Yeah, none of these are shiny. Mm. Where is he? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning, Amaryllis. Hope you're doing great. We had to improvise the setup since our GBA chargers stopped working yesterday. So for today, we will be using the DS lights. And I'm hoping there's no Wi-Fi outages today. Yesterday was super unfortunate, but we're back today. The goal is to reach 3,500 encounters. Okay, there we go. You will be doing a long stream today with the Missy team. Blissy team? That's cool. Around what time? Maybe I can stop by for a bit. That's pretty cool. Maybe I can join after this stream. I should only be on for like an extra hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or at least when I reach 3,500, then I'll end mine and go join yours. But that's cool. Have you had success so far with the team, or is the streak restarted? Ah, okay. By the way, Amaryllis, I'm pretty sure you already know about the GBA link thing that just went on sale recently, and how it'll allow us to trade with other physical Generation 3 cartridges. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was really hoping to trade you one of my shinies for one of yours. Of course, we would clone ours just so we have a copy of each other's, but would really be a fan of being able to trade for that Blissey. It's such a huge flex to have it in a Safari Ball. Dang, 3 legendary spammers? That's insane. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the Tickler team at right now? Is it like a super high win streak yet? You can also send me the PK file and use it through PK hex. Oh, that's a thing. I'm not very tech savvy, so 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't know how to do that. I appreciate the thought though. And this GPA just reset on its own. I don't know why it does that, but it happens like every now and then, at least once a week. Okay, let me just count this encounter. But yeah, if possible, I would prefer like just on physical, like physical cartridges. I'm not a fan of using third-party, I guess, software. But yeah, that's just me. Yeah, 100 with your team would be awesome. Because when do you ever see Mischievous and Jumpluff in a 100 streak team? So that'd be pretty cool. And a major flex as well. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Hope you're having a great day too, by the way. Oh, the team isn't consistent enough for that, Beavries. Aw, oh, dang. Oh yeah, I would love to see Sandy stream in the tower. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what have you been up to, Sandy? What are your Pokemon endeavors looking like? Uh-oh. By the way, for those of you in stream right now, I'm curious. Let me know if you don't want any spoilers, but have you heard of the Winds and Waves major leak from earlier this morning or this day? Because apparently the Elite Four and Champion, their specialty type was leaked. The gimmick for Gen 10 was also leaked. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what else was it? That's all I can remember, but we're starting to get major leaks. Are they true? Probably not, but they are very convincing. And that's all I'll say right now, since I know some people don't like to be spoiled I'm one of those, but I just happened to see it, so very unfortunate for me. But it is pretty cool. Even the character 3D models were leaked. 1, 2, 3, 4. But again, it could all be fake, so. No, yeah, same. It's just that whenever I'm scrolling through social media, whatever I see. Like, it just happens to be there. I think the only games I went in super blind for probably have to be Scarlet, Violet, um, and that's pretty much it. Just Scarlet and Violet. 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot who it was, but somebody recommended I get the Switch 2 to play Winds and Waves when it releases. Um, I have to get on that because I'm pretty sure once those games come out, the demand for the Switch 2 will go up dramatically. So I gotta get ahead of the curve and obtain my own Switch 2 pretty soon. Right now, I have the original Switch from like launch year. I rarely touch it because I'm not a fan of really playing most Switch Pokemon games. And I really don't like its docking feature. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's pretty lackluster. So my favorite Switch console is the Switch Lite, just because it feels the closest to the Pokemon experience. Like, it feels the way Pokemon was meant to be played on a small handheld. So my favorite and main Switch console is the Lite. Um, and that's where I played most of my Pokemon games that are on the Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I know for a fact Winds and Waves will run super slow on it. So I might have to retire it soon. Unless the Switch Lite 2 comes out, or Switch 2 Lite, which I will be purchasing if that's the case. I just hope it's not clunky and big. I need it to be small. Uh-oh. The battery life on my silver GBA seems to be fluctuating. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I don't know how many of you are big into Marvel, but 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been watching some videos, like as background noise occasionally, on the Marvel comics, since they're pretty hard to come by, like the physical copies, and I just prefer listening to the story, but there are some pretty good comics out there. Just the other day, I listened to one about the original plot of Secret Wars, and man, was it insane. A lot of hero interactions I didn't expect. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only reason I wanted to listen to them was because I already finished catching up on every Marvel slash Sony Marvel project for the MCU, even the Fox era stuff. So I'm all caught up. I watched every show, and now I just need something else to fill my hunger for Marvel content. And those narration videos have really satisfied that hunger. One, two, three, four. I think my favorite one so far is when Spider-Man soloed the X-Men. That's my favorite one. Oh, actually, no. That's my second favorite. My number one is Absolute Iron Man. One, two, three, four. Something about Tony Stark being a megalomaniac is so satisfying and scary. I really enjoyed that premise. And in that story, Tony Stark slash Iron Man, he found the cure to every genetic disease or disability in the form of basically a Neuralink chip, and you have to pay a monthly subscription for it. And if you don't, he revokes the chip, and you just get back your disability slash sickness, which I thought was pretty insane and cruel. And just the thought of that is scary. Like, he literally just gave people back their blindness or their cancer just because they wouldn't pay for it or couldn't pay for it. Um, but yeah, Absolute Iron Man, and then Spider-Man vs. X-Men. One, two, three, four. Two of my top favorite comics, albeit I've barely scratched the surface when it comes to Marvel Comics. I've only listened to a handful and read like maybe two. So I still have a long way to go, but it's just something else I've been doing on the side while I have free time. I mainly just listen to them on the way to work or on the way home from work. One, two, three, four. But it's pretty interesting. A lot of dynamics you don't get to see in the movies. Something I really want to do now that I finished all the MCU TV shows and movies is revisit some of the Spider-Man shows, like the late 2000s. I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man. I did watch that growing up. One, two, three, four. And then I also want to rewatch X-Men, I think 97, like the original run, and the original 90s Spider-Man. I grew up with those shows, and I want to see I just want to see what I don't remember. One, two, three, four. Like, those were comfort shows for me. I remember watching them at like 7 a.m. while my parents would get ready for work. And it was like so early in the morning. I was in like a daze. And all I see is like superheroes on TV. And that's all I remember. But I remember enjoying it. But yeah, I'm huge into Marvel. What I'm not a fan of, though, is DC. I also grew up on DC. I watched the Justice League show. I watched, what was it? Batman had a show too. I watched that growing up. Um, I watched a lot of DC cartoons growing up, but I never felt the same way I did with them like I did with Marvel. Um, I don't know why, but I gave them a try and it wasn't my thing. Although, I will give credit where credit is due. That Justice League show from like the 2000s was pretty good in retrospective, but I wouldn't rewatch it. Like, it's just a nice nostalgic memory. And I think I'll leave it at that since I don't want to ruin it. But yeah, that's just me personally. Ooh, another favorite show I had growing up was the animated classic Iron Man show. That was a nice one. There was a weird sequence in the opening where it would transition to like CGI for his suit ups. It was very jarring, but looking back on it, it added charm to the show. Like, they were just testing out new technologies. So pretty cool. If I'm remembering correctly, the main antagonist in the Iron Man show was, I think, the Mandarin. It's like some weird, super smart, evil genius dude who, I think he got his powers on the same day the Hulk did through gamma radiation, but it affected him differently. Yeah, at least in the show. But yeah, Marvel has some great classic shows, and I'm a huge fan of like that old school art style. It has some charm to it for sure. Oh, and speaking of things I like to do besides Pokemon in my free time, I'm huge into reading books. My favorite genres is like thriller or horror mysteries. One, two, three, four. And recently, I've been getting into like Midwestern stories. Um, but more specifically, there's an author I've been enjoying lately. His name is Tony Hillerman. The dude was born like about 100 years ago, and he writes stories about Native American folklore, and it's super interesting. The current book that I'm reading is centered around like skinwalkers and the Navajo tribe. Um, Reading it just has like an air of mystery and like mythical eerie. So that's another hobby of mine besides like video games. I really like reading like old books about stuff of the sorts. Kind of like oh man, what's his name? I always forget his name. Um the guy that wrote that book about the Cthulhu. What is his name? I'm like blanking right now. But stories similar to like his genre are my favorite. But yeah. Ooh, another favorite genre of mine is like government, military, conspiracy stories. Those are pretty neat. The reason I like reading those is because most of the time the authors are like ex-military people, and I like to believe that there's some validity to what they write, even though it's classified as fiction, because they have such an interesting background. Because I like knowing the author's background before getting into a story, just to see how much weight they can bring to it. I think right now, in my backlog, there's a book along that premise. It's like an ex-military dude who's essentially one, two, three, four. Who's essentially like making like an automated flight pattern system for navigation, and he was mysteriously targeted and almost killed. One, two, three, four. By an unidentified aircraft, and it's alluding to government intervention for whatever reason. And the book is called Skyhook. And I really want to get to that book because I just love me a good mystery conspiracy thriller. Um, but yeah, huge bookworm. Love reading a lot of those types of books. One, two, three, four. I think the first ever book that got me hooked on reading books, I was like 10 years old, and it was Percy Jackson, which is pretty funny. Um, I would religiously read that book from front to end because the story I would envision while reading it was so good. And then I ended up watching the movie like a couple months after I finished the book. I was so disappointed when I saw the movie. Like, it wasn't bad for one, two, three, four, a kid's movie, but watching it after reading the book was such a huge letdown because the books are almost always better. And then shortly after reading Percy Jackson, I hopped into Harry Potter, which was a roller coaster in itself. I remember reading the books as Harry Potter was still releasing movies. Um, so that was a fun experience. And then somewhere down the line, oh, this should be a reset. Somewhere down the line, I got into Twilight because everybody was reading it while the Twilight movies were coming out. They're pretty good. They put the movies to shame for sure. The movies are so bad. Like, they're comfort movies for me, but compared to the books, they don't hold a candle. But yeah, that's just another hobby of mine. I love to read. HP Lovecraft, yes. Thank you. I was blanking so hard. Oh, and the only reason I bring this up, 1, 2, 3, 4, is because where I'm currently living, it's getting close to the fall season. Okay, this GBA keeps resetting too much. I'm just going to take it out of rotation. I think I have another Nintendo DS on me. Let me check really quick. Okay, I do have another Nintendo DS. Let me just boot it back up. But yeah, I bring up books because where I'm currently living, it's getting very close to the fall season. And that's my favorite time to really immerse myself in books because it's such a cozy environment. So yeah, I'm just getting in the seasonal mood to read right now. Usually I like read maybe 2 books every couple of weeks, but during the fall, I make it a goal to read at least one new book every single week, front to back. I don't like leaving books unfinished. But yeah, just curious if you guys have similar hobbies outside of Pokemon. That'd be pretty interesting. You know what? Playing on 3 Nintendo DS consoles isn't all that bad. It doesn't feel as clunky as I thought it'd feel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you listen to audiobooks, Beavries? Any favorites or recommendations? Maybe I'll pick up one of the books to read myself. Okay, you know what I'm thinking? I'm just gonna swap this over so I'm not constantly blocking the screen. Never mind, I still am blocking the screen. Hmm. Well, that's understandable. Um, Finding hidden gems is pretty uncommon, but you know, when you find them, you get hooked. Hmm. Well, we just hit about an hour mark, so judging by the pace we're going, we will probably be streaming for like another hour and a half. Um, yeah, probably an hour and a half. Ooh, Demon Lord. What was that about? Well, for those of you in chat, if you are bookworms, um, 1, 2, 3, 4, I will recommend two great books. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so this is the current book that I'm reading. It's by Tony Hillerman, and it's about like Navajo tribe skinwalkers. It's a pretty good like thriller. This is like a standalone story in a 26-part series, and then the second book is this by James Rollins, Subterranean, and it's about uncovering a government mystery in Antarctica with like, well, I don't want to spoil it, but you just have to read it. It's such a good read. It's also an amazing mystery. Um, but yeah, definitely check out these two stories. If you're not big into reading, I would recommend the audiobooks. But yeah, these are just my recommendations. I love to read these types of stories. Okay, but that's enough of that. This is a Pokemon channel. Man, and then just reading them with a cup of coffee in the morning. Oof. Before I started this channel, that was one of the main things I do with my free time. That wasn't Pokemon. I just sit down and read before heading off to work. I kind of miss it, but this is a nice change of pace. I still get to read in the afternoons or sometimes during the weekends, but yeah, I just thought I'd share some fun little tidbits about my hobbies. Oh, that's actually a good premise. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like a necessary evil type of thing. Well, I'll definitely check it out. 'Cause I do love reading recommendations. Funnily enough, the only reason I read Twilight because um, it was my girl's recommendation because she loves Twilight so much. Um, and I was shocked to discover how good the books actually are. Um, they're kind of silly, but they're pretty good. I find it so funny how as soon as I brought up my books, my view count dropped by half. Whoops. What are some other hobbies I have? Well, I do work out too in my free time, but that's more of like like I do enjoy it, but like I have to get in at least workouts 5 times a week. Um, I tend to recover mostly on the weekends, mainly just for health. I don't do it for like, getting bigger or swole, just to stay lean and fit. Um, and it just makes you feel good afterwards. Helps you de-stress. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a hobby. And then I really don't play any other video games, um, because growing up, my parents were super strict on what I could play and watch, and they saw Pokemon as like the most kid-friendly thing besides like Mario. So I was only able to play like Nintendo DS or Game Boy games, which are the majority just Pokemon and Mario, with the occasional like hidden gems like Kingdom Hearts or like what's another one? I can't think of any, but that was the gist of what I was allowed to play. So I never really branched out into anything else. And now that I'm older, I don't really feel the need to, since I just love Pokemon that much. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I'm not huge on playing any other games. I mean, there is like an exception, like Minecraft. That's only because like my friends got me into it in high school, and then it blew up during COVID, and I had nothing else to do during COVID, so we spent like a good minute just playing Minecraft. But yeah, that's my video game history slash experience. By the way, with Pokemon Bank shutting down, I think it'd be a no-brainer and easy money for Pokemon slash Nintendo to just release virtual console versions of the rest of Gen 3, 4, and 5. Like, I don't know why they haven't done it yet. Like, it's so easy to do, because all they would be doing is porting over the files of already existing games and figuring out online connectivity. That's pretty much it. It's not that hard of a task. So if they're shutting down Bank, I feel like the bare minimum they could do is that. Um, then again, Pokemon slash Nintendo, they're very backwards thinking. They do one good thing and then add like two bad things onto that. By the way, I think I've missed like so many encounters. Because when I'm talking, I forget to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder how much I've missed this stream. Ooh, but if we're talking like a different genre of books, manga, Um, I do love rereading the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX manga every now and then, just because it's so nostalgic for me, and I love the GX era of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I reread that manga at least once a year. It's a pretty nice light read. I mean, I just adore the art style in it. It's so charming. Um, I used to have the entire Naruto manga collection, um, but I eventually sold it. But I do enjoy reading Naruto every now and then. What other favorite mangas? Oh, of course, I love reading the Pokemon Adventures manga. That was one of the first mangas where I like got sucked into it. Um, I loved reading Doctor Stone as it was coming out. Was not a fan of the ending, but it was a nice read. The art was pretty amazing. Black Clover, loved reading that weekly until it eventually became bi-weekly, then monthly, then quarterly, and I guess now yearly. Well, I mean, now it's over, but man, did it take so many hiatuses. I read My Hero when it was coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, like all the way back in like 2016. Um, that was good to read from start to finish in real time. Not a fan of like its fan base though. They're a bunch of weirdos. Um, of course, the classic Dragon Ball. I read that growing up. I always wanted to read Bleach, but I could never find the books in my local area, and I could never find it airing on TV. So I never got into Bleach. I know it's one of the big three of the 2000s and like early 2010s, but I just was never able to get into it. So that's on the to watch slash to read list. Um, I read Fairy Tale as it was coming out up until its conclusion in like the late 2010s or mid 2010s, one of the two. So that was a good read. Eventually, I want to get to the point where I have so many books that I've read that I can fill a whole room stacked with bookshelves. Like, that'd be such a cool vibe. A nice personal library. Although I would need space for that personal library. It has magnet pull. Hey, you try the DS devices? Is it better? Um, you mean these DS consoles? The only reason I decided to use the consoles for this stream was because my Game Boy charger stopped working, and this Game Boy is the only one that's modded that uses a USB-C port. So all the other ones are temporarily out of commission. Um, so that's why I'm using these, because they hold a charge. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you're talking about the R4 card that you recommended, I think a couple of streams ago, I did just order one yesterday. Should be arriving in about 3 weeks. So once I get that and manage to get the Gen 3 events onto my cartridges, I'll let you know. But yeah, if you're talking about the DS's, this is why I'm using them. It's just that the GBAs are pretty much dead right now. But yeah, thanks for asking. Just gotta wait on that R4. And I did watch a couple of videos on it too, and I was sold on the idea of it. So yeah, looking forward to Shiny Hunting, Latios. Oh, Lugia, I love Lugia. Deoxys for sure. Um, Specifically the defense form of Deoxys. That's my favorite form. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I know it's dependent on your game version. But yeah, a lot to look forward to. Oh, the R4 can do that? That's actually amazing. Hmm. That actually saved me a lot of time with 2, 3, 4 performing the Ruby and Sapphire Battle Tower glitch. Because I performed it about like 5 or 6 times on my original cartridges, and every time I perform it, since I only have like a handful of Ruby and Sapphire, I have to reset my saves from scratch and like speed run all the way to the post game just to perform the glitch again. So that would be very helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't know it could do that. It would make shiny hunting for um not shiny hunting. It would make hunting for perfect 6 IV Pokemon much easier. So I do want to use some of those as parents for potential shiny egg hunts. Okay, I think I've like slowed down the pace of these encounters with all of my distractions this stream. Because I think by now, at bare minimum, we should be already at 3,000. So I'll stop yapping or going on tangents. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what would be super fun though? Um, it would be really nice to stream a GBA Link tournament with the Gen 3 community. Because everything would happen live without the use of emulators or any setup, just regular GBA Link Wi-Fi. That'd be pretty neat. It would make battling much more streamlined, and we don't have to like dox our teams, you know? We can keep that air of mystery surrounding the um, the experience. And I need to keep track of the counter. I don't know if I've not counted these 4. One, two, three, four. There we go. What do you need for the GBA Wi-Fi? I'm pretty sure just yesterday the creators of the GBA Wi-Fi link just released it for sale. Um, and what it essentially allows you to do is hook up your like physical hardware, one, two, three, four, to that device, and it like provides some type of connection and lets you play any Wi-Fi features or multiplayer features remotely within seconds. Um, like that's the best I can explain it, but it would be nice to use it for like Gen 3 community events like battling or trading. Um, just so we don't have to go through the growing pains of emulators and sending files over. Like it's essentially the Wi-Fi adapter for the Game Boy, but way better. It's like the modern version of well, I don't really know, but it just connects you with Wi-Fi to other players. That's pretty much it. So like we'd be able to trade Pokemon in real time on physical cartridges, one, two, three, four, and battle. Hope they deliver it to Europe. I'm pretty sure they are, because I think I've seen people, um, yeah, I've seen people talk about it, and I'm pretty sure they're also from Europe, and they said they ordered one, so you should be good. And I'm pretty sure I did see someone in Germany say they got one. One, two, three, four. But yeah, definitely double check their website. It'd be so funny if you found a wild shiny instead of Zapdos. I have to remember to put up the repels. Okay. Do I remember the name of the website? No, but if you just search up on YouTube, GBA link Wi-Fi, it should be like the first video, and then in the description should be a link. And they also have a Discord, although I don't know how to access their Discord yet. Well, we finally reached 3,000. We're about halfway there for today. Yeah, at this pace, we should be on for like another hour and a half. So yeah, I pretty much lowballed my estimation at the beginning of stream. I think I said 2 hours to reach 3,500. It's gonna take 3 hours. That's totally fine. We have done 3-hour streams before. Any luck yet? Not yet, purple. We just reached 3,000 like a minute ago. But no luck so far. By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's a gigantic truck outside of my window. I think it's towing somebody. And it's making a lot of noise. I hope you can't hear it on stream. No shiny. Oh, good morning. Hope you're doing great. Oh, you don't hear it? Okay, good. Because it's pretty loud on my end. I think they're towing like a gray Honda Civic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, by the way, are you guys excited for tomorrow's stream? I finally reset my current battle tower streak to 0, so I should be ready to go for the battle factory. 2, 3, 4. Tomorrow morning, I do plan on streaming probably 3 to 4 hours because I really want to get deep into the battle factory, and get a high streak. Yeah, super excited. I don't think I've enjoyed the Battle Frontier as much as I have with the Battle Factory, because the Battle Dome, it was super easy. It was like a fun change of pace from the Battle Tower. 1, 2, 3, 4. And while I do enjoy the challenge of the Battle Tower, recently I've had like a pretty tedious experience using a pretty jank team. So I think I've had enough of the battle tower for now. Um, so yeah, Battle Factory is my current favorite facility, then Battle Dome, and then Battle Tower. Then I haven't even tried any of the others, so I can't speak on those yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I do plan on tackling those eventually, probably on stream. Um, when that'll be, probably in September. But no, yeah, I can't wait for more Battle Factory. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as much as I have. I've learned a lot of new things too. There are some Pokemon that I've used in it that I kind of want to breed for my own uses in the Battle Tower. Like I really want to try out a Roar Feraligatr or a Roar Wailord in the Emerald Battle Tower, because those two water types are my favorite leads because of Roar. Like it's so useful. I don't know how useful it would be in the Battle Tower, but it really makes me want to use those Pokemon with that specific move. It's kind of like when I discovered how useful Substitute can be while playing the Battle Tower for the first time. So, yeah, the Battle Factory has opened my eyes. Another Pokemon I really enjoyed using in the factory is what was it? It's like a Chesto Resto Max Attack Machamp. That thing is a monster. So I really want to shiny hunt a Machop and use a shiny Machamp in the Battle Tower as well. How useful it is in the Battle Tower, I don't know. I've never used one, but I really want to. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're still in Stream of Rees, I'm pretty sure you could let me know if Machamp would be viable. But oh yeah, Machamp and Feraligatr and Wailord, those three have been my favorite Pokemon to use in the factory, and they make me excited to keep playing more factory. Oh, and if you guys caught Riley's stream a couple days ago, he lost his like mid 40 streak to two Bright Powder misses, two Salamence Bright Powder misses. It was pretty devastating. But just the duality of how well your streaks can go is pretty insane. Because I'm pretty sure he was pretty devastated when that happened. And then in contrast, I've seen people do amazing and they don't really seem to encounter as bad of a luck as Riley has. So I'm pretty sure eventually I will also probably get screwed over by the Battle Factory. It has yet to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I am looking forward to it just because it'd be funny to catch on stream. I think the fourth facility I want to tackle is definitely the Battle Pyramid. I really want to try the Pyramid. It looks interesting. The only other time I remember playing the Pyramid, I think I was like 10 years old. And I never got to the first silver symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm pretty much ready to tackle it almost a decade and a half later. I'd say we're about like halfway there. I got sidetracked on a couple of tangents, so kind of set us back a little. But we're a little bit over halfway. Just about 400 more encounters. You kind of want to make a series where you make bad Pokemon viable in the tower. Yo, that's pretty insane. I would love to see that series. I hope you make it. Who would be your first quote-unquote bad Pokemon that you would make viable? Oh yeah, Jumpluff and Mischievous are, I guess, in that category. Um, yeah, 70 is pretty tough. Like, getting to Annabelle Gold is difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I'm pretty sure you'll get there. From what I've seen, Jumpluff and Mischievous have done amazing. Jumpluff can solo Annabelle Gold. Oh yeah, that's pretty broken. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it outspeeds everything, right? And then it just like protects subs leech seeds too. Oh yeah, Encore on Calm Mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could probably lock Snorlax into Curse as well, and just leech seed away. It would also prevent Annabelle Snorlax from using Rest in unfavorable scenarios. Dang, Jumpluff is busted. Oh yeah. Super high HP recovery. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was your Jumpluff's nickname again? It was like something really nice. Um, Was it Boingo? I think so. Hi Juno, how's it going? Are you winning? um, I wish I was 1, 2, 3, 4. The Zapdos is taking forever, but I'm doing pretty good. I hope you're doing good as well. Yeah, the goal for today's stream is to reach 3,500 encounters. We're almost there. Should take about an hour more. Oh, I hope so too. Um, I hope it's this stream. If not, we'll get it eventually. But the goal for every stream is to do minimum 1,000 encounters. So by the end of 4 streams from now, we should be... Well, actually, by the end of 5 streams from now, we should have reached odds. And hopefully by then, we would have found Shiny Zapdos. So that's something to anticipate. 1, 2, 3, 4. As long as it's under odds, I'm happy. I really don't want to go like above 10,000. What do I think of RNG abuse? Have I ever done it? No, I haven't. It seems way too complicated to do, and I don't think I have the patience for it. Um, but it would be interesting to try out. I have seen Amaryllis do it, so I'm not a complete stranger to it. It just seems like you need to know way too much that I don't know about, so... Oh yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Like, it's pretty cool, but I don't think I'd be able to do it. Although, Riley, on the other hand, I have learned he is not a fan of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a disgrace to some people, apparently. I think it's cool. It's like cool magic, kinda. Like black magic. Manipulating the system. Although it does seem worth it, because Amaryllis did find and catch a shiny Chansey in the Safari Zone, which is now a Blissey on his Battle Tower team, I'm pretty sure. Shiny Southern Island Latios. Dang, that's cool. 2, 3, 4. Oh, you RNG'd it to be modest for the battle tower. That's pretty sweet. How long did it take you? Ah, yeah. I know what you mean. It's better to have a usable Pokemon than a subpar version of it. 'Cause I do want to hunt for a shiny Suicune eventually to use in the tower. However, the Firered and Leafgreen Suicune, or all three beasts, are glitched with bad IVs. So the only way I'd be able to get a shiny, good IV'd Suicune is to use the Ace thing. I think it's called Ace Execution Method. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think it'd be worth it for the legendary beasts, just because they're already glitched, you know? But that's cool. Congrats on that. That modest shiny Latios. That's amazing. Dang, it's pretty cool. What did you name your Latios, by the way? Or are you not a fan of nicknaming your Pokemon? Ooh, Ariel, that's cool. Jeez, that's a long time. 7 hours? I mean, I can't be one to talk. I've been hunting the Zapdos for probably more than 7 hours by now. That's pretty neat. Wait, so Synchronize and Emerald does work on static encounters? Because I do want to hunt for one of the Eon twins in Southern Island eventually. I remember bringing it up on stream like 3 streams ago. I think it was Beaveries who said that Synchronize doesn't work on static encounters. Well, if it does, then 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll go for a timid Latios. Because I like Latios more. Latios is cool, but Latios is my go-to. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really enjoyed using the post-game Latios I got in White 2. So that's the only reason why I prefer it over Latios. Boy, what the hell? It's so random. Wait, so what do you need for RNG manipulation? Because I know you need a timer, and you need to know your shiny frame, which is pretty easy to know your secret ID, which is pretty easy to deduce based on your shinies. But what else? Because I remember I saw Amaryllis' stream, he was using some type of chart. Because if it's that easy, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll give my hand at it for the Zapdos hunt, just to get a good nature or good hidden power Zapdos. Oh, okay. Well, I'll try out synchronize just in case it does work. But first, I need to wait for my R4 to arrive so I can load up the events to my physical cartridges. Yeah, 50% chance. I mean, that's pretty good still. RNG reporter and Eon timer. Okay. I'll probably look up a tutorial. Maybe I'll try it on stream for a Zapdos if I don't get it this stream. But I'm really hoping for Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Grass, because I really want to use Hidden Power on Zapdos. To know my secret ID, I backed up Emerald using my R4. PK Hex. So how do you get PK Hex? Because everybody keeps recommending that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. Yo, what's up? Hope you're having a great day. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can calculate your secret ID if you already have a shiny, which I have at least one on each of my physical cartridges. So I can probably just deduce it based on that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll do that instead. Yeah, with Pokefinder. Okay. Okay, if I don't get shiny Zapdos under odds, then I'll consider RNG manipulating. Although I don't guarantee anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, just because it seems super complicated. Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Let me throw up some repels really quick. Okay. Oh yeah. I remember trying to learn how to RNG manipulate late last year for my Beldum hunt, because I wasn't getting it at all, and I thought I was doing something wrong. And that's when I read a Reddit post about how the RNG in Firered and Leafgreen is so complicated that 1, 2, 3, 4, that it's hard to RNG manipulate in these games. So then I probably shouldn't try it out, because I just end up wasting more time than if I were to just hunt it randomly. Wait, you can spawn the birds in Emerald using Ace? Whoa, can you like 1, 2, 3, 4? Can you like send the link? I would love to see that. That sounds cool. I think I have links enabled for my chat. If not, then hit me up on Discord and I'll check out the link. Oh yeah, I'm a Blissey, and Papa Hefe. Those are the main two, 1, 2, 3, 4 RNG manipulators that I know. They're like amazing at it. Alright, really appreciate it. Okay, and with these encounters, we have reached 3,300, which means we have 200 more encounters to go, which should be 50 more walkaways. So we're getting pretty close to the end of stream. Probably, give or take, like 40 minutes. Okay, alright, I appreciate you looking. I'll probably search for it later too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if so, then that seems like the extra effort to go through. I do know that it was either I'm a Blissey or Papa Hefe, one of them. They made like um, an e-reader event. It was like DLC for Emerald, where you could find the legendary beasts as roamers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I remember that video. So maybe they did one for the birds? I'm not sure. I haven't checked out their channels in a while. But I'll be on the lookout. That's another thing. I really want an e-reader. Just for the novelty of it. Because I always wanted one since I was a kid. I just was never able to either find one or afford one growing up. They're pretty hard to come by. Is that a Surf Blue GBA? Down left. Surf Blue GBA. No, it's like a. Well, it's like a tealish green. Wait. Let me stop really quick. Okay, so I have this GBA. It's like a nice purpley blue. I got the shell on Amazon like about a year ago. I have this original shell GBA. It's like a nice silver blue. And then I have this reshelled matte red, which is pretty amazing, also from Amazon. Um, that's my collection, including this one. The only reason I'm not using the other GBA is because last stream, the chargers just didn't want to hold a charge anymore. So all of them are essentially dead. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one of them, it just keeps resetting by itself. And I think it's because of the faulty battery. So they are temporarily out of commission until I can buy a new battery and a new charger. But yeah, that's my collection so far. And that's why I decided to hunt on the Nintendo DS's today. Yeah, it was about a year ago for sure. I remember that's when I saw the video. And I'm pretty sure one of them was working on either a Celebi or a Jirachi event, one of the two, which I really also want to try out because there was no other way for me to obtain those for the national decks. Aw, dang, that's unfortunate. My very first handheld was a cobalt blue SP, and around 2009, I ended up selling it at a pawn shop so I could afford my first black Nintendo DS Lite, which in retrospect was a pretty bad move considering how hard they are to come by now. But yeah, that was my first, a cobalt blue SP. And I really want one with original shell because, you know, I miss my old SP. 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, good times. I hope I can find one. I wouldn't mind adding it to my collection. Maybe I could use it on stream instead of the non-SP I have. But yeah, the silver blue looks really nice too. Most of the original colors do. I'm not a fan of the black ones or the red ones just because of how, like, you can see the scuffs much more easy on those. Oh, I don't like the white or the orange ones either for similar reasons. And also, like, over time, the colors on those specific ones tend to fade faster. I like the vibrant shells more. Like the blue ones, the green ones. Yellows are okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my sister had a nice like silver pink one growing up. That one's a nice color too. But yeah, there's a lot of great aftermarket shells. I prefer like the glossy ones, and I'm not a fan of the matte shells besides this red one. All the other colors in matte look so off. Oh, and then there's the clear shells. I'm not a fan of those. I think they look really tacky. And I just don't like seeing the inside of the GBAs. So I just don't like the clear ones either. Yeah, that's just me. To each their own. But I would not mind finding more original shell SPs in good condition. And speaking of shells, I really want to swap the shell on my GameCube because it's still with its original gray shell. However, it's so scratched up. Um, I got it from Japan, and while I do enjoy having one for the first time, like my own personal GameCube, I really can't get past all the scuffs on it. Like it looks like it was used as a soccer ball or something. So I really want to reshell that. I was thinking, and I know I just said I don't like clear shells, but that's only for Game Boys. The clear shells for the GameCubes, however, look really nice. One, two, three, four. I'm on the fence about either getting a clear black shell or a clear green shell for my GameCube. I think I'm leaning more towards the green just because I like having color in my collection. But that's a fun little project I plan on doing soon. And a lot of the aftermarket shells are nice quality too, from what I've read. Oh, and speaking of reshells, about 2 months ago, one, two, three, four, I attempted to reshell my childhood Nintendo DS Lite. Um, Mainly because it was also kind of scuffed, but only the bottom screen worked. The top screen, like, just busted, the hinges was broken. So I just wanted to reshell the bottom to have like a nice pseudo GBA. And while doing so, one, two, three, four, I accidentally messed up one of the cables. Um, no, it wasn't the cables. It was the what is it called? It was like a ribbon cable thing, the connector. I bought replacements for that connector, and I tried installing them, but since they're so microscopic and so fragile, all the replacements I bought broke with minimal pressure. So it's just a busted motherboard. It doesn't work anymore. One, two, three, four. And that has really discouraged me from attempting to reshell any of my other DS Lites because I don't want them to be unfunctional. But the shell I was going to use was the Pokédex shell off of Amazon. I just think it looks so nice. I could probably show you right now what I'm talking about. Let me just do these encounters. I was so disappointed when all of the replacement parts broke. One, two, three, four. Like, why would they make it so fragile, you know? Okay. Yeah, I still got it. It's in my drawer. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. So you see this? This is my childhood DS. I was going to reshell it with the Pokédex shell. However, let me take this out. This one little piece right there. I don't know if you can see it. Like, it has a little connector. There's a tiny plastic piece that if it slightly moves, it breaks. All the replacements are fragile too. And it's what connects the touchscreen. I can't fix it anymore, so it's gone. But yeah, this has discouraged me from attempting to reshell any other lights. Yeah, and then here's like all my pieces. So I'll stick to just reshelling SPs. And then all the functional reshelled DS lights that have the shell that I want are sold for absurd prices. A normal DS goes for like anywhere from $50 to $100. 1, 2, 3, 4. But with the reshell, that Pokédex reshell, people go crazy and bump up the price to like $200 to $300, all because of one reshell. I think it's absurd. So I don't think I'd ever buy from those sellers. Like they just hike up the price too much. But yeah, I really wanted that Pokédex reshell. But I guess it wasn't meant to be. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that one connector piece that I've been trying to replace, at least like 4 replacement pieces have snapped. And like I barely like apply pressure. That's how fragile they are. But yeah, it's hit or miss with the resellers. Oh, and if you guys don't know which shell I'm talking about, let me try to get it really quick. I still have it. Whoops. Okay, yeah, this is the shell. This is what I wanted to add to my childhood DS Lite, but no luck. So I'll just forever have this empty shell. Okay, let's get back to some encounters. Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, the hinges for the Nintendo DS Lites are so awkward. Like if you don't line them up correctly, one wrong move and they're either jammed or they just break. Yeah, reshelling is risky business. And it also doesn't help that most of the time, 1, 2, 3, 4, that the shells, the third-party shells, aren't like properly fitted, you know? Oh, the charging indicator has issues, but it's working. That's good that it's still working. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever attempt to reshell a DS Lite ever again. Yeah, the pain is, it's too much to bear. Well, at least the SPs and other GBAs are fairly easy to reshell. Those like need minimal effort, so that's at least good. I did want to reshell my 3DS and fix its bottom screen. However, I heard those are 1,000 times more difficult to do, so I will not be touching those, because let alone I can barely fix my DS Lite. So I don't want to ruin a 3DS, you know? Oh, you know what I wouldn't mind getting? One of those original chunky DS's. I had one about a year ago, but I sold it because Like it wouldn't hold any charge. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the screen was so yellow. I might just buy a new one or like a used one and try to fix it. I feel like those would be easier to fix than a light. Oh, that's tough. I think one of the biggest regrets I have with my childhood DS is that 1, 2, 3, 4. The only reason I got it was because I wanted to play Platinum, my first like DS era game. So I sold my GBA for it since I knew the DS Lite had backwards compatibility. However, 3 months into owning my first DS Lite, I decided to glance into the cartridge slot, the top slot. I saw it had a lot of dust. So I had the bright idea of getting a Q-tip and cleaning it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I didn't know was that it would severely mess up the connectors. And after I cleaned it and I put in my Platinum, it wouldn't read the card because the connectors are all crooked now. So essentially, I sold my SP for a slightly better bottom screen, I guess, DS Lite. And I wasn't able to play Platinum ever again until like years later. So that's one of the biggest regrets I have with my DS Lite, my childhood one. A GBA macro. Well, the one I just showed, the one with the broken connector that connects the touchscreen, um, and I think it also makes the touchscreen like function. Um, that's the one I just showed you, my childhood one. So it's just essentially completely dead, like no functionality whatsoever. 1, 2, 3, 4. So even if I wanted to use it just for the bottom screen, I can't anymore. It's like 100% dead. Yeah, that's terrible. Like, I don't know why Kid Me thought that was a good idea. Oh, and that's not the icing on the cake. 2 months into owning my DS Lite, a month before I messed up the DS slot, I was playing late at night with the volume all the way up. My parents came into my room mad because I was keeping them up. And I forgot to hide my DS with the volume off. So I hid it under my pillow really quick, but the volume was still up. They heard it and took it away from me. But because I quickly like hid it under my pillow, 1, 2, 3, 4, and was pretending to be asleep, I slammed my head into the pillow, and both hinges snapped. So before I messed up the slot, for a month, I just had a very wonky DS Lite. So I really messed it up twice, which is unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4. But thankfully, I have 2 recent black DS Lites, or one black and then one blue. But yeah, that's a story of how I messed up my first DS Lite that I sold my Cobalt Blue SP to even get. Yeah, poor DS. Oh, and that's not even the worst part. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day how they had like a bunch of gimmicks for their stylus. Um, I bought one of those like bendy stylus, and I was playing a Bakugan game where you needed to like aggressively slide the stylus on the screen. And since those bendy stylus were very low quality, like they were official Nintendo products, they just had terrible quality. The actual tip snapped off of the bendy part. One, two, three, four. And what made the stylus bendy was like kind of like those weird metal tubes with the fuzz on it. It was just metal underneath the tip. So the tip snapped off while I was playing the game, and once it snapped, the metal just kept scraping on my screen. So I also had a very banged up screen, touch screen, on top of the broken hinge and messed up DS slot. So it's safe to say I pretty much murdered my DS Lite. Yeah, it deserved a nice long rest. I think it had a full lifespan of like, yeah, 3 months as a normal DS until I used it as just a pseudo GBA. Oh, forgot to set up a rappel. Let me do that really quick. Well, by the looks of it, I don't think we'll be getting shiny Zapdos this stream. Yeah, probably not. We have about 11 more runaways to go. Oh, completely missed the mark on this one. Alright, after these 4 encounters, we'll do 8 more, and then we'll call it a stream. Yeah, because we reached our goal of 3,500 for sure, which was 1,000 a stream starting last stream. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate the company. Hopefully, we'll get Shiny Zapdos soon. Maybe in these 4 encounters, but no, yeah, no. Okay, 4 more, and that's a stream. 1, 2, 3, 4. But really, again, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Tune in for tomorrow's Battle Factory stream. I will be live streaming Shiny Zapdos Hunt again on Sunday. And I think that live stream will be at least 3 hours, maybe 4. Um, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Will these last 4 be shiny? No, none of them. All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Check out Amaryllis or Beaveries. I'm pretty sure they're live streaming right now. Again, thank you and have a great rest of your day. Till next time.